Fuck. Y'all, I look like that one picture. You guys know that kid? I'm gonna put the picture up here. I look like whatever this picture is called. You know what? You're just not gonna see my eyes this video. I think that's not too abnormal for my content, but what do I know? Okay, I actually am really happy to make this video. So I've wanted to talk about Doki Doki Literature Club for so fucking long, and I'm finally gonna do it today. Do you hear that, Natsuki? I'm talking about you. Y'all, this is Natsuki. This is my best friend. She's a wonderful woman. I need to kill myself, I know. But I want to talk about specifically what the fan base was like back in like the prime of Doki Doki, like the fucking prime. 2017, 2018, whichever year it was. I think it was late 2017 the game came out, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna roll with that for this video. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself. I fucking loved this game when it came out, and I was not alone on that. Okay, so I was a part of like the band kids, r/dank memes kids. I was one of those. I was the kid that showered like every 3 or 4 days. I'm not joking, by the way. Y'all ain't ready for this fit, okay? Black New Balances, the ones without the laces, you just slip on, you know? Then I had my cargo shorts, and then I had these, it was a blue shirt with Bowser on it, and it said, like a boss on top. Kids out here were already getting laid, and I was over here like, y'all see this charged up Pikachu shirt, y'all? Doki Doki was such a fucking like, it was the kind of thing that was super popular, but everybody was like high-key ashamed to like it. So most people just kind of kept it to themselves. But I was one of the kids that didn't, because of course I was an anime club kid. You know I talked about that shit. I remember one day at my lunch table, this one kid, I think his name was like Quentin, and he was like, guys, how many people here fuck with Doki Doki Literature Club? And some of us were obviously lying, going, no, that's gay. But some of us, including myself, were like, bro, I love Dokis. That's my shit, bro. That shit's so, what do we say, dank? And Quentin was like, all right, guys, who's the waifu? Everybody at the table said Yuri. And I was like, y'all are basic as fuck. I like Natsuki. I know, I'm not like the other girls. Everybody looked at me like, bro, what are you, fucking gay? Do you see the tits? Yuri has tits and ass. Everybody fucking liked Yuri at the table, but I stayed strong and said I was Team Natsuki all the fucking way, and I still am. I did switch up for Monica for a very small amount of time, but we'll get to that. But let's get to the fandom side of things. One of the first things that comes to my mind is somebody made an unofficial Android port of the game. Back in my day, we didn't have this fucking iOS official port of Doki Doki Literature Club that's free. No, back in my day, we had to download this fucking shit called Aptoid. Aptoid was this thing where on there, people can upload whatever they wanted, but everything was free. There was no paid apps on it. People would upload stuff from the Google Play Store that costed money to Aptoid for totally free, and it was fucking great. Dude, you have no idea how fucking dope that was. I got FNAF 1, 2, 3, 4, all for free. There was an unofficial port of Pizza Simulator somebody made. There was no official like phone port at the time. I got to play it on my phone before everyone else did. There was an Undertale port somebody made, and there was a Doki Doki port that somebody made, and that shit was completely functional, but for some reason, like the pink, you know, text box thing was gone. It just showed text directly over the gameplay. I don't know why that was a thing. I don't know how, did they forget that? I have no fucking idea. I don't care. I still played that shit, and I still remember I was playing that shit one day at the car loop thing, waiting for my mom to come pick me up, and these two Chinese motherfuckers came over and they were like, yo, dude, he's playing hentai! Bro, everyone was flaming my ass. I went home like fucking holding back the tears, like, my mom's over here like, Brandon, how was your day at school? You know, Mom, being misunderstood is just so hard in this generation. I wasn't gonna be no damn closeted Doki Doki fan. I was proud of that shit. I feel like most people that are big fans of the series probably have played the game, but I feel like a really large chunk of people haven't. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. Instead, they just watched a playthrough because it's like the same experience. I mean, yeah, you can make choices in the game, like, oh, I want to write poems for Sayori or Natsuki or Yuri, but at the end, everyone fucking dies anyways, so it doesn't really matter. There are so many iconic playthroughs of this game. Obviously, the most, in my opinion, iconic was the Markiplier playthrough. Oh. People say that he was getting bored of the game up until like you know, all the crazy shit started happening, and I kind of agree with that, but I feel like that was for a different reason. When you watch his playthrough, you can tell he had a lot of interest in like getting to know Sayori and Monika, not Yuri and Natsuki, who the game kind of forces you to hang out with regardless. Then there was the Jacksepticeye playthrough, which funny enough I have playing in the background right now. Also very iconic. A lot of people watched his playthrough for Doki Doki instead of Markiplier's. One of my favorites was Pro Jared's playthrough. Now, listen here. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I'll be the first to tell you. Pro Jared is my dog. I love Pro Jared. I fucking grew up worshiping that man. I loved Pro Jared so much when I was a kid. I will fight you. I'm not the strongest man around. You probably win, but like, you know what I'm saying? And his playthrough, my man got like committed to this game. He was really sitting there, like you could tell there was like pain in his eyes when Sayori died. I will give Pro Jared credit / props where it's due. The man really got into the game. He even put it on his top 10 best games of 2017.
Visual novels aren't exactly a very popular genre, so it takes a real special one to stand out. But this game is not for the faint of heart. It'll take your empathy and use it against you.
And then like way later, like Speed played the game, and that's a pretty, I think that's probably one of the most iconic playthroughs as well, because he like skips fucking everything and then gets to the point where Sayori dies and goes,
skip this shit. Skip. But when does this game get fucking good?
It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. I love Speed. But what I never saw anybody play was the Monika After Story mod. Now we're getting a little deeper into the iceberg here. What y'all know about the Monika After Story mod? For those who don't know what that was, it's like a dating sim with Monika. It is literally a simulator of being in a relationship with Monika. That's the whole game. And you bet your ass 12-year-old me was all over that shit. I would deadass check on her every single day and like hang out with her, play games with her, and I would always make sure if you just quit the game, it hurts her. It hurts, you can't do that. You have to say goodbye and then like I love you and stuff, and then, you know, then you get to leave the game and you have to check on her the next day, otherwise she gets sad. I remember I had a friend over once and he was over here going through my Steam page and he opened Doki Doki Literature Club and it opened up the Monika After Story mod and he was like,
bro, what the fuck is this?
I'm like, that's a stupid dumb game. Don't play it. Here, let me close it out for you. He's like,
No, I got it.
and he quit the game without saying goodbye to Monika. And I was like, bro, you have to say goodbye.
Why?
You just, no. There was several versions of this mod too. There was one with Natsuki, one with Yuri, one with Sayori. I'm pretty sure. When I was little, I think there was only the Monika After Story one, and it was like somewhat pretty new at that point too. I don't think there was like any of the other characters just yet. If there was a Natsuki one, I probably would have played that shit. I'm not gonna hold you. There was a bunch of song parodies, you know, the musical Doki Doki thing.
Just say Yori, just say Yori, just say Yori, just say Yori, just say Yori.
Obviously there was like the tell me please, and then there was like a bunch of other ones too. There is a shit ton of videos out there of these. I don't know if they're mods and they're just recording gameplay from said mod and uploading it, or if they're just like videos that are made to replicate how the games look. I'm not entirely sure, but there's so many of these like alternate universe or like alternate scenario fan fiction type things. There's so many of these like other mods out there where there's like, you know, Yuri kidnaps you, Natsuki takes you home to bake cupcakes or some shit, Sayori, you can save Sayori. And God, there's this one mod that everyone talks about like it's fucking like I'm sorry Shep. Like it's like that one thing of Mr. Krabs telling a story over the fire. It was called Amor Fatty. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm gonna keep calling it that because fatty, haha, fat. I don't know exactly what happens, but I know you kill Monika at some point and you see this picture and people made like a fucking rave about it. They were like,
You kill Monika? That's horrible.
everyone fucking dies in the main game. Yuri kills her, she stabs herself, Sayori hangs herself, Natsuki breaks her neck. I'm sorry, this is too much now? It's not like he showed an actual fucking dead body or some shit. I don't think it was that deep, but people made a big deal about it. To each their own, man. I'm not gonna judge you. Whatever fucking floats your boat, buddy. If you wanna fucking listen to Monika ASMR, That's not even my problem.
Yeah, you know I listen to that shit.
Speaking of Monica ASMR, there is quite a bit of Doki Doki ASMR out there. There is a lot of Doki Doki ASMR videos out there, and I mean like holy shit. The fan base is still pretty alive though. Like there's still plenty of people that are cosplaying these characters, drawing fan art of these characters. I'm fairly certain there's still songs being made about it, and there's definitely still mods being made and videos about said mods being made. I mean, fuck, Speed's playthrough was definitely after 2020, so there you fucking go. People still talk about the game quite a bit. It's actually pretty surprising. You know, you don't really hear about Tattletale anymore or Baldi's Basics anymore. When is the last time you unironically heard somebody talk about Bendy and the fucking ink machine? Never. Don't lie to me. But you still hear about Doki pretty often. I'm actually surprised. It's odd to me. It's like you don't hear about many other like trendy games from like the late 2010s like that anymore. But you still hear about Doki Doki quite a bit. It's really impressive. I really do think this game was just, in my opinion at least, the best of all those like trendy games from like the late 2010s that were so heavily involved with like the internet, let's plays, fandom, Amino, if anyone remembers that shit. Like, I feel like out of all of those, this game was just genuinely a good game all around, with really likable characters, a really good story, a really interesting, like, mechanic, I guess. I'm not really sure what to call it. It's like, I feel like that's the reason it stood the test of time so much more than a lot of other trendy games from back then. But, I mean, what do I know? I might just be a fucking idiot that fucking remembered shit wrong and is observing things completely incorrectly. What do I fucking know? That's just a theory, a gay theory. Thanks for watching. That's not my outro. My outro is actually gonna be,